A multicultural Europe. The countries of Europe are quite different and all have their own languages, customs, and laws. Throughout history, these countries have often been at war with each other. The effect of the World Wars. In the 20th century, there were two very big wars involving many European countries who were fighting one another, World War I and World War II. Many people were killed, and a lot of damage was done to factories and towns. The wars were difficult to live through. A divided Europe. In 1945, after World War II finished, Europe was divided. Ideas about politics were very different between the East and the West. People said it was as if there was an iron curtain keeping them apart. The city of Berlin in Germany was even divided by a real wall. The Berlin Wall was built in 1961 to stop people in East Germany from going to West Germany. The communist Eastern Europe sided with the Soviet Union, and the democratic Western Europe sided with the USA. These countries never fought, but they were enemies. It was called the Cold War. A great idea. The idea of a union of the nations of Europe was first suggested in 1946 by Sir Winston Churchill. He thought that if the countries of Europe joined together, there would be no World War III. By working together, everyone would benefit. A new beginning. In 1951, the countries of Belgium, France, West Germany, Italy, Luxembourg, and the Netherlands joined together to form the European Coal and Steel Community. Coal and steel are two very important things that are used to make weapons for war. The idea was that the nations in the community would not be able to use them to make weapons to fight each other if their industries worked together. In 1957, the same 6 countries signed the Treaty of Rome, which created the European Economic Community, EEC, and the European Atomic Energy Community, Euratom. These countries worked together to create a common market. Food and farming. The community came to agree about other things, too. They started to control farming and food production together. This meant that there was enough food for everyone in these countries. They recovered from the war more quickly together. The Union grows. Other nations liked the idea, so they joined too. In 1973, 3 more countries joined: the United Kingdom, Ireland, and Denmark. The Union was starting to grow. The benefits of belonging. Being part of the community had many other benefits too. The community gave money to create jobs in poorer parts of the EEC, so there was more work for people to do. More work meant that people could earn money to feed their families. A new government. Slowly, as more countries joined, the Union grew so that it became more like it is today. It became the European Union, EU, in 1993. This created the European Parliament based in Brussels, Belgium. It makes laws that affect all members of the community, although countries still make their own domestic laws too. The Four Freedoms. In 1993, the countries in the EU agreed on four freedoms among the nations: free movement of goods, services, people, and money. People in the Union could now travel to any of the countries to work and study. Goods and money could move freely from one country to another also. By 1995, 15 countries had joined the Union. The end of the Cold War. Eastern Europe had been mostly communist after World War II until the 1980s. This had divided Europe into two. But then things began to change. Most people in the East did not want to be communists anymore. Then, in 1989, they opened the Berlin Wall. By 1991, the Soviet Union was dissolved. The Cold War was over. This cleared the way for some nations from the East to join the community. A new currency. Until 1999, all of the EU countries had had their own money systems. But after January 1st, the Eurozone was created. Today, 19 of the 28 countries in the European Community use the euro. The future of Europe. Until 2016, all of the nations in the Union had been happy to stay. But then the people of the United Kingdom decided that they did not want to belong anymore. In the future, other countries may choose to leave too. This may be the end of the Union, or it may make the EU stronger. Only time will tell.